Join me for part 3 of my bariatric journey with all its weird and crazy side effects. Grab you a cup of tea and let's get started. Hi, I'm Joann Loy, and I'm going to go over some of the weird and crazy side effects of bariatric surgery. But believe me, it's nothing you can't handle. You do have issues after it. There are times where I will eat something and it is just not going to go down. It is going to sit in my pouch and it is not going to go. And I have to excuse myself and I have to throw it up. You will throw up. And it's been in some embarrassing situations, but you learn what you can and cannot eat. And it's not once you do it, once it's over, it's over. It's not like when you have the flu and you throw up and you feel sick and you feel awful the rest of the afternoon. Once it's done, you're good. Let us know in the comments below of any comfort foods that you might be really think you'd be craving, that you want to know how to make in a more healthy way. And we'll try to get those recipes up for you. Another thing I have to really watch, besides the meat and the textures of food, is my sugar intake. With the sleeve surgery, you can handle sugar a lot better than when you have the full gastric bypass. With the full gastric bypass, you really cannot handle sugar very well at all, especially white sugar, corn syrup, or things like that. If I can handle like maple syrup in smaller quantities, I can. Natural sugar, the turbinado type sugar, any unprocessed sugars or natural sugars I can handle. But if I have to limit my sugars to no more than maybe 9, sometimes 10. It's always a science. I have to think, what else have I had that was sweet, it had sugar in it, because it's an accumulation. If I get too much sugar, what happens to me, everybody's a little different. Some people have a severe stomach cramping with it. What happens with me is I will eat it, I'll start feeling really almost a real strong buzz, and then I'll get really, really sleepy. And I will just literally pass out, and go to sleep. And I'll sleep for about 30 minutes to an hour. So I sleep, and then when I wake up, that sugar has gone through. It has just it has not fully processed in my system. And so, because I don't have enough system left to process it, when I wake up, it is like I have 10 gallons of water and it is ready to come out. And it is, I have to be near the bathroom for a good 2 or 3 hours, because I'm in there like every 15-20 minutes, and that's what sugar does to me. So needless to say, I try to stay as low sugar as I possibly can. So then I decided I'm going to try artificial sweeteners. Well, it turns out that I was using aspartame. Aspartame actually fools the body into thinking it's getting the sugar. So at one point in this journey, I was diagnosed pre-diabetic, which was almost unbelievable to me, because none of that is in my family. It has never been a problem in my family history. When I was over almost 300 pounds, I was never anywhere near the pre-diabetic state, which that's usually when you have it, is when you're extremely overweight. As it turns out, aspartame was the culprit. And I cut that out and I went right back down to the normal range, and I'm fine. And I have not had any issues with it since then. So it's just best to stick with natural sugars and limit your intake of sugar. If you're getting value from this video, please hit the like button. It'll sure help us. Thank you. Another side effect, which is more cosmetic than anything, is you have your loose skin. When I went into my surgeon's office, I said, okay, tell me the truth. Am I going to look like a Shar-Pei when I get out of this thing? And he said, no, you won't. There are some people who will, but luckily my body shape was that it was not going to do that. However, I do have the loose skin around my belly, on my arms, and it drives me crazy. I could go and have that removed, but it is not anything that's causing me any health problems. It's simply cosmetic. And I have discussed it with Kenny. We have discussed it many times. And he said only if it really bothers you mentally and emotionally, but not to do it for his sake. He was fine with it. I am fine with it too, because I don't want to have to subject myself to unnecessary surgery. I don't want to have to risk infection. I just don't want to. I just don't want to do it. And I have come to the acceptance of my body as it is. It is something that it's not the perfect body, and I don't really care about that. I care about the healthy body. And that is what Kenny believes too. He wants me healthy. He loves me for who I am. And while granted, I do look a lot better than I did back at 300 pounds, but I am happy with who I am. I'm happy with what I have. And I look at these things, the loose skin, as a kind of a badge of courage. It's something I did for me to help me live a longer, more prosperous life, to be able to, my whole philosophy is to help people. I'm a helper, I'm a fixer, I'm a doer. I like to do that. So I want to show that you don't have to go into this for the perfect body that so many people want, because in the end, as you age, you're still not going to have that perfect body. You never will. So it just doesn't bother me. Now, if on the other hand, there are people who have a lot of loose skin, it does hang down, it causes rashes and ulcers and really bad issues. And in that case, yes, go for the skin removal, go for the tummy tuck or whatever, or go for the arm surgery. Go for it, because that is a necessity. And then again, those of you who want to do it and want to have the skin removal, I have nothing against it. I have no reason to say you're doing it wrong. I'm just saying my philosophy on it for me. This is it's a very personal thing with me, and I don't condemn anybody for doing it, but I personally would not. I personally am not going to do it. But it's definitely a life change, and it has been for the 100% better. So I'm very happy with it. Don't forget to give us a thumbs up if you like this video, ring the bell, and subscribe. And thanks for watching, and see you later. Bye-bye. Just forgot what I was going to say.